morning and welcome to Executive Talks brought to you by AC Capital Markets. So I'm Samantha Wu, and today we are delighted to welcome Alex Wilarowski to Executive Talks.
Hey, thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be part of your show.
Lovely. So Alexander is an experienced business leader with over 18 years in sales, management, and business strategy. So as the COO of Advanced Physical Therapy in Alaska, he drives business growth, manages operations, and oversees financial strategies. He successfully maintained operations during COVID-19 and increased patient intake by 8% year over year. So Alex, I really want to pick your brain here. So can you tell
Go
us how a mechanical engineer from Venezuela ended up in physical therapy in Alaska?
ahead. Well, first of all, that title and that description sounds nice. I gotta say that if we want to simplify it, I'm putting out fires every day while trying to keep my eye on the future, so that hopefully we'll have less fires tomorrow. Yeah, so I was born in Venezuela. I'm a mechanical engineer. I've always been in contact or worked in industry related to machines, which is more of my field. So I started in automotive at the beginning, then moved to airlines where I managed a couple of airports. And but I was always part of the corporate ladder, which was great. I had great mentors. I learned a lot. During that process, I did my MBA as well. And but there came a time where I really wanted to. I've always been kind of an entrepreneur. I always had side businesses and things going around, and always looking an additional source of income. And the time came with, and the opportunity also came to move here to Alaska and purchase this group of clinics that have been in operation now for almost 25 years. So the original owners were retiring, were looking to sell, and my brother-in-law, who's a physical therapist, and I decided to jump into on this opportunity. I figured, after working with airports, how hard can a little physical therapy clinic be, right? Turns out it's harder. There's less resources. There's a lot more drama and a lot of challenges, I would say, or difficulties within the industry per se.
Mhm. So, Alex, what trends do you see in the physical therapy industry? What trends, and maybe you can share with us some challenges as well that you faced.
Perfect. Yeah. So the problem with the healthcare industry right now in the United States is that, from my perspective, is that the most of the money or the investment is going towards, if you see it as a pyramid, money's going at the beginning to the bottom of the pyramid, which is the biggest part. It's going towards surgeries. Then the second side of the pyramid would be, second part would be medicine or pharmaceuticals, right? Injections and that kind of stuff. And the third and little bit tip of the pyramid just goes to uh, preventive care or non-invasive care, right? And that's where physical therapy is. And the big issue is that we have to try to change that, turn it around, right? We start with preventive, and then if you need to, we go to medicine, and last resource, we go to surgery, not the other way around. And the trend with that has been that the all of that is preventive care has been, taken off the plate in terms of importance, which means that we get less funds, that means that we get paid less. So with inflation going up and the cost of living and all that stuff that we know, um, and reimbursements for the treatment that we give going down, there's a point where those lines are going to cross and the business is going to be in jeopardy. So we're looking towards the future. That's the biggest trend, and that's the biggest challenge as well, is how to remain functional, how to remain competitive, how to remain profitable in an industry that is paying less and less and less while being more expensive to operate. So hope that
Right.
gives you a little panorama of what's going on. And this applies to
Yeah, definitely.
other kinds of non-invasive or preventive kind of health industries.
So, Alex, so how does advanced physical therapy position itself to stay ahead, given what you've mentioned earlier?
Yeah, well, trying to maintain quite high quality service, which is actually more expensive, and at the same time, not turning away anybody from any insurance, even though some of them we see at a loss. What we're aiming at doing is that being super efficient in the way we operate, in the way we market as well. We have the benefit that we can do direct access to patients, so we can work closely with the communities and not only depend on doctor referrals. And it keeps us with a consistent growth as our name is recognized well in the community. Uh, Still not easy. You're always looking for efficiencies. You're always looking for new technologies. You're always looking for how to optimize processes so that you can keep that profit margin healthy as you progress over the year. So it is tough.
Yeah. So, I mean, talking about that, how do you approach setting business goals then, right? And in terms of measuring success in a healthcare setting like advanced physical therapy, how do you do that?
Well, there's two things. One thing is that our biggest goal is always to maintain a healthy margin. So, any margin over 20% is healthy. That could help you withstand, crises like, for example, we had with COVID and still remain in operation. So, that's the biggest goal. So, in that sense, all you need to do is, as you know, is either keep increasing in terms of volume and patient seen, getting better reimbursements, or at the same time, I would say or, I would say and at the same time, make sure our costs are under control. So we're always keeping a pulse out for what's new in terms of technology and what's going on in the industry so we can remain, at the advantage at the tip of this kind of implementations and hopefully, as we go forward, maintain that the margin within as we keep growing and also maintaining our margin. So, yep.
Lovely. So, thank you so much for the insights, Alex.
No, I'm happy to share it.
All right. So, we'd love to hear more updates from you. So, this is AC Capital Markets. Thank you again for watching.